welcome back to my channel where we talk about all things Transformers and Transformers action figure related. And today on my channel we're taking a look at the Transformers the Movie Studio Series Grimlock. Now I feel like I'm the last person on planet Earth to pick this figure up. America got these way ahead of us over here in the UK. So I'm quite happy to actually get my hands on this and take a look. So first thing we do, as we always do on this channel, is we take a look at the packaging. And this packaging is very different to the stuff that we've been getting with the Earthrise and Kingdom lines and all that. Massive display window here, which we know Kingdom has now kind of moved away from. Hasbro wanted to not put as much plastic on the front. We don't really get as bigger artwork either, although the artwork here on the front is very, very nice. Every single one of these numbers is 86, and I believe the only number that changes is the number after it for the Transformers the Movie, because 86 is the year that the movie came out. So on the front we have Transformers Authentic Takara, the top we have Transformers the Movie, then on the back we have some awesome product shots of Grimlock. And it's quite interesting because, as they always do with Hasbro, they obviously changed their mind after they did the original product shots, because this used to be translucent. This is now changed on the figure. I think the arms have also changed, yeah, because these were silver here and now they're more kind of bone colored, I guess. And these all look a lot yellower, and now he's a little bit golder. So there has been some significant differences. And if you remember back to when they originally showed the figure, they couldn't actually show this figure in person when they rolled it out on a Hasbro Fan Friday, I believe it was, because there were so many changes going on with this figure. We can see the display piece that it comes with, so we'll have a look at that. It tells you here, don't eat your children because they have small pieces. And then on the side here we've got some lovely artwork, and it says that he is a leader class. Inside of every box you do get a display piece here. So for here we know what this is. This is the inside of that damn Sharkticon pit, and we get Transformers the Movie there, General, then we get also Authentic Transformers there, Transformers 86 on the side, Transformers 86 Studio Series, niche on the back, nothing at all, and nothing underneath. But it's quite a nice display. If I bring the little dude out now, we can see that he, in his T-Rex mode, he doesn't really fit too well on here. I guess we could have him kind of step onto it in this mode, which is all right. But yeah, in this mode he kind of doesn't really fit on. So there we go, his little tootsies are hanging off. But yeah, that's how you can display him. You can put your Sharkticons on there though. Rawr. In the box as well, of course, we get Destructions. Destructions are super easy. To be fair, I didn't really use the Destructions too much because it's Grimlock. Most Grimlocks just transform exactly the same, right? And this transforms just like a Grimlock, really. So now let's take a look at the main event himself. And I don't know how to review this dude, if I'm honest, because he's supposed to be movie accurate. If I review him in a movie accurate style, I would have to give him a bit of a fail, because in my opinion I think he is too detailed. So I'm just going to leave that there. So I'm not going to review this from a movie accurate point of view, because he's not. But I love this figure as a version of Grimlock. Movie accuracy, no, too detailed, should just be smooth and everything. He's overly engineered, overly done. But as a Grimlock, this is a beautiful looking Grimlock. So start off looking at his head sculpt here. Absolutely fantastic head sculpt. Nice shiny blue eye there. Think I would have preferred the translucent neck piece, but this is a bit more movie accurate if we're going to have a little look there, I guess. On his chest, Lovely red going in, grey plastic on this Autobot symbol on the front, and then down the bottom here we have this kind of yellow crotch area within this. The legs are really beefy and really detailed as well, and this is what I mean by the over detailedness as opposed to what a movie version would be. But this is absolutely beautiful, really nice. Coming around the back, you've got your classic Grimlock. I think the tail feels a bit fat, looks a bit fat to me, but it's got those classic colours, and it is a nice tail. You know, from the side he looks beautiful, from the back he looks a little bit of a chunker, little bit of a fat ass going on there. But other than that, really beautiful, really nice. Not sure where I stand on the changes they've made, whether or not they were for the better or whether they're good. I think I actually would have preferred silver eyes, silver arms, and a see-through neck. Let me know your thoughts. Time for the articulation, and this dude has some pretty good articulation. So his head will do a full 360 here on the head, and the jaw goes up and down, and the head goes up and down as well, which is absolutely great, exactly what you want. The arms are... you'll get a full 360, and also, whoop, if I just bend it, he'll also bend here as well. So you get some articulation here on his arm as well, and you get a little overextension there as well, which is great because usually these arms on a Grimlock don't really articulate. So there's some posability there, not a lot, but you get a bit. The legs, you'll get are on a really nice strong ratchet. You'll get a full 360 from the legs. He'll go out as well. And what I really like is usually on a Grimlock, you just kind of get this kind of articulation here, which is always just wrong. But there is actually some nice articulation going back here as well. So actually some really nice articulation within the back of that. The tail, though, the tail doesn't articulate at all, which I think is a real miss out here. It would have been great to see that articulate. That would have been truly a thing of beauty. Something I always like to check with my figures is, can he ninja kick? And I think because he has his tail, we can actually get a ninja kicking Grimlock, and I think that's pretty good. I like a ninja kicking Grimlock. This guy also comes with accessories. So he has his gun, which is a really nice classic looking Grimlock gun, but I'm not overly happy with the way that it attaches here. So usually I think your Grimlock gun usually goes here, but for this he kind of goes on the back here. So you've got two tabs just here, and you just tab that in and it sits there. Nah. Ugly. No sword for this Grimlock, so that's a bit of a shame as well, but he does come with one extra accessory. And that is Wheelie. Now, when I was told that he was coming with a Wheelie, I was super hyped, as these are the double combo that I love. And I actually really do like Wheelie as a character. But God, no, I hate this thing. This is pointless. No articulation. You can have some articulation here on his hands, on his leg, He gets some waist swivel as well, but his arm doesn't really bend. Now, I know they needed to keep the cost down probably on these figures, but come on, really? He could have had some articulation, or you could have put a transforming one in. I'd have paid a bit extra for a transforming Wheelie. Come on, Hasbro. Will he stand up? Oh, yeah, he'll stand up and do his thing, but yeah. Wheelie can also ride Grimlock as well, and Grimlock has these two little tabs. So he's got a tab here, so if I just move his foot out, you can see he's got a tab just there, and Wheelie's got a little peg here, so you just apply this in the right way. A little bit of a funny one, really, to try and get in, but he will go. There we go. And then he'll sit on Grimlock's back all day then and attack Sharkticons. Inside Grimlock's head, he also has this little port just in there so that you can add in your effects pieces, which is pretty cool. So we can attack the Sharkticons and attack everybody else with those lovely looking effects pieces. So because he is a modern day Transformer, you can weaponize this dude up to your heart's content by using all the ports, and he's fully compatible with all of your War for Cybertron gear. So yeah, ready for war! Okay, so now time for the comparison, and what we'll do is we'll compare him first to the Quintesson that we get from Earthrise. So we can see they are of a similar height, and they actually look pretty damn good together. Next up, we will take a look at him next to his G1 itself. So next to the original Grimlock that we got from G1, mine is pretty battered up, but you can see he is huge compared to your original looking G1. And next to my KO Grimlock, who is shiny, 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 he's even bigger than that dude, than the Dino King. So yeah, all in all, not bad. Last but not least, we'll stick him next to a Sharkticon, and we can see that, yeah, he scales pretty well with your Sharkticons. Transformation time, and transformation on this dude is really, really simple. Just shut the mouth and bring the head back. Then open up his chest area here, so you can just bring everything out. So, like I say, classic Grimlock, and then you can move the body out and up. Move the head up first. My bad. I'm so used to a Grimlock transformation where the head is just inside that. I forgot to move the head up. I apologize. Then we move the arms out of the way just so that we can do everything else in this bit shenanigans that are down here. Undo this section here and this section here. At this point, you can then fold the legs out and bring this piece down. They just sit inside there. Classic tail transformation, and then we just bring the knees round to there. There's a little tab inside there, and there's a little tab there that just goes into this section. So you just bring the knee forwards, fold in the back of the leg, fold in the back of the leg, and then we can bring the toes out like that. There's all of his little leggies done. Next step in the transformation, we will actually move the arms down and down, and then fold out the hands and fold out the hands on this side. I think pretty much once we tidy everything up, we can just angle the arm, that'll give you all your articulation pieces, and then we just sort out the back by locking the head down. There's a tab just there where you just lock it down. Again, classic Grimlock. These bits will just fly around so you can position them however you want. And there we have our fully transformed Studio Series Grimlock. Just a classic Grimlock transformation with a couple of twists. What a twist! So again, on this mode, depending on how you want to look at it, I have to give it nil point for movie accuracy. Well, not nil point, but lost points for movie accuracy and more points for actually just being an awesome figure. It's not smooth enough to be movie accurate, but as a Grimlock, this is a tasty, tasty Grimlock. We can see all the molded detailing on the arms, on the chest. The head sculpt is a very, very nice version of Grimlock. The back is your classic Grimlock backpack. This thing's just fly about a little bit, but it ain't too bad. I absolutely love it. I think that the back half of this looks really, really nice. It's very, very poseable. Feels great in the handle, though it is quite light. Hands also lovely molded detail, and then there's classic blue, red, and green and black parts on the bottom as well. So yeah, overall, really, really nice looking figure. Now we'll take a closer look at the articulation, and we can see from the head we get a full 360 here at the head, a little bit up and a little bit down. You can get more, but then you start getting gaps. So his head down's okay, but he hasn't got a lot of up in him. But you can get it to about there and it still look good. But yeah, really all you're doing is overstretching the joint here at the back. The ease will articulate however you want Grimlock to have some kind of crazy looking bat wings or down, so these will just move to however you want. So if we move them out, we can look at the articulation here on the arm. You'll need to do a bit of manipulation around that, but you will get a full 360 on the arm, 360 at the elbow, and an, well, not an overextension, but a slightly past 90-degree angle there. The hands will angle in due to the transformation, and you'll also get a full 360 there at the hands. You will get at the waist, you'll get a lovely 360 at the waist. No ab crunch there really. You get some nice forwards, some nice backwards. Backpack gets in the way a little bit, and a nice out. No ratchets, it's all kind of done on friction. Oh, no, there's a little ratchet in there. It's not a strong ratchet, but there is a ratchet inside. This just works on friction, I believe. And then down at the bottom, we get a nice knee bend there to about 90 degrees. And some massive toe articulation with some molded detailing inside as well. So that's a really nice touch. You don't often get molded detailing on the inside, but they have given you some molded detail in here, and you'll get, due to the transformation, you'll also get this piece here. So all in all, pretty articulated. Worst part of it would definitely just be this heat. The heat is not as articulated as I would like. Accessories in this. Yeah, he can hold his gun, and his gun looks nice. It's a beautiful looking gun that he has, and he looks really great with that gun. And you can also get Wheelie to sit on his shoulder. Wheelie's got a little peg here, and then he's got these little ports here where you can just pop Wheelie into the port. It's quite tight, but he'll go in, so he'll just sit on there, on your display, on your shelf, on Grimlock's shoulder, which is pretty cool. And it's good that they've done the little ports for him as well. I like that, so you don't have to worry about him kind of falling off. So things that this dude miss is a couple of things really, but I'm quite lucky because I have this dude here, so we can start the comparisons off with my KO Grimlock here. So next to my KO Grimlock, he is bigger than the KO Grimlock that I had previously. This was my biggest Grimlock that I had, who can tilt his head a little bit better than this one. But he comes with all the accessories that this one needs. So this one comes with a crown. Now he comes with a crown. Also, he comes with a sword. So now he comes with a sword. So this Grimlock helped this Grimlock out. I don't know if this is the right size, but it's a good looking sword. It's a good looking sword to have with this Grimlock, so that's kind of cool. Also, though, I have another option for the sword for this guy. I have the Green Blader Prime, and he comes with a fantastic sword. And I think that this does look absolutely killer in Grimlock's clutches. I think that's a much better looking sword. Woohoo! Whip woo! Couple more comparisons then. We can compare him to his G1 self, and he towers over his G1 self. Obviously more articulated, and you know, this dude doesn't stand up very well. He is aging slightly, but we can see how they look together, and he's like twice the size of his G1 self and so much better. Next to a Shark Khan, even in this mode, he is so tall. And then next to the Quintesson Judge, we can see that he's much taller than the Quintesson Judge as well. So yeah, I think he fits in well with your Earthrise figures. Maybe he was once supposed to be part of Earthrise. What do you think? So my final thoughts on this figure, and would I recommend you picking him up? Hell yeah, definitely. I mean, this is the best Grimlock that I have in my collection. I don't own any third-party Masterpiece ones, I just have my KO one, but this is an absolutely gorgeous figure. This lets it down a little bit, this dude, but there's actually a third-party company, I'm going to talk about it on Saturday, that's making some extra pieces to go on this dude so that he can have some articulation. So that's a must buy, depending on the price. But yeah, overall, awesome figure, really cool. Movie accurate? No. Awesome version of Grimlock? Hell yeah! Let me know your thoughts on this dude down in the comments. Have you picked him up? You've probably had him for ages, I bet, and you love him. Why wouldn't you? See you in my next video. In a bit. Peace.